Welcome back to Inside Avondale. We're really excited to be talking with Patrick Cartier, Head Community Organizer and Communications Manager at the Avondale Comprehensive Development Corporation, better known as ACDC. Patrick spends his days managing our community engagement agenda, where we work on arts and culture, housing development, health and wellness, economic development, safety, and workforce development. And we capture those three buckets primarily in health and wellness, education, and safety. Cartier.
Hey, what's going on?
What's good? PC, what's good?
How you guys doing? I'm happy that you guys are viewing this first show of Inside Avondale. I know here for us, we live by the 3 C's, communicator, coordinator, collaborator. So we've done a lot of work to get this neighborhood communicating properly, and we've grown vastly over the last 3 years. So I'm happy to kind of hint at some of the things we've been doing to get information out to our neighbors.
It was a really good year for us here in turning a corner, building hope in the neighborhood. Can you share with us what 2014 meant to you and meant to community engagement and meant to ACDC?
I know 2014 was a year for us to not just get things off the ground, but to get things running. So this year we've done a lot of work in terms of getting information out to residents. We've sent out over 13,000 newsletters via email, as well as another 12,000 newsletters that go directly to residents. Our resident-based newsletter called the Hood Report, which has been definitely well received in the neighborhood. We get a lot of positive feedback on that newsletter, and I think it's interesting to see some of the faces that pop up, and a lot of those faces are the people who help us share news in the neighborhood. We've grown vastly on social media as well. We have a vast social media platform, which includes Pinterest. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We're now working into Snapchat, so we're trying to stay engaged with all the different ways that the youth are communicating, as well as older residents. So Avondale's a vast neighborhood of different people, so we're trying to find ways to get to all those people.
Can you go back and delineate for me and for those that are here with us the difference between the Inside Avondale newsletter and what you called the Hood Report?
Right. Well, what we like to do with the Inside Avondale newsletter, which we also call the Week That Was, is just give a overview of what went on in the neighborhood throughout the week. So what we'll do is we'll highlight events that happened throughout the week, and we get that newsletter out every Monday. So if you wanted to sign up to our newsletter list, you would just send an email to admin@a-cdc.org, or just stop by the office, and I'll make sure that I manually input you into our system so you can stay connected with us. But like I said, that newsletter is strictly digital, so we send that out to followers via email. But we have our resident-based newsletter, which is just in our what we call our distribution outlets here in the neighborhood. We have a collaboration of corner stores and businesses, and also community meetings where that newsletter will be featured, so residents inside the neighborhood can stay connected to that same information.
Exciting. 2014 marked the inaugural Feet in the Street 5K. Wow. And the first Coming Home Black Tie Dinner. Can you talk a little bit about the significance of both events this year?
Wow, the Feet in the Street was big. I know when we promoted it, we were saying that's like the only time you'll get to run down the middle of Redding Road. So, I mean, if any of you have ever been down Redding, I mean, it's fairly busy. But it was a nice event. We had over 200 participants from different areas of the neighborhood as well. A lot of runners. And we actually had a winner from the Avondale Youth Council, timed in a little bit under 18 minutes. So I thought that was great because he's not necessarily a cross-country athlete, so to come in with such a good time just shows the talent that's not necessarily known in the neighborhood that we have.
Marcellus Riggs.
Yeah, Riggs.
Yeah, Riggs did a great job there running, and I know the black tie was a huge success.
Yes.
We gave the Staff of God award to Rabbi Wise and Michael Fisher, won the Clarence Wallace Community Partners Award, and Belinda Tubbs Wallace won the Frank Perry Education Award. And
don't forget our resident of the year, Sheila Holmes Howard. For those of you who know Sheila, she won't let you forget that name or that face. So
yeah, Miss Sheila. I always say if we had more Miss Sheilas, this neighborhood would get better faster. Right. She sure enough is committed to her section of the neighborhood over there in the Avondale Avenue district, right, as well as the entire neighborhood. We're very excited about having Miss Sheila as one of our Know Your Neighbor captains. Correct. And can you share with us how significant it was for ACDC to rehab and sell its first house?
Wow. I know our job here at ACDC, we're trying to bring a different light to the neighborhood. So with our first house that was sold on Bogart, it was very welcoming to bring a new neighbor into that street. A great renovation done to it. You can kind of see some pictures of that house on our website, on our real estate development page. We had actually 2 different block parties on that street to engage residents. So what we do with our block parties is we're trying to get residents to meet each other, one, and then begin forming new streams of communication. So we try to form street teams on different streets throughout Avondale, but Bogart is our first target street in what we call the Avondale Town Center District. So getting a new resident in our first house on Bogart was definitely important to us, and it'll help us in forming a bigger block club in that district.
We're really excited that we had such a impactful 2014. I want to say to you on camera, great job you've done, and we lost a staff member this year, and we really kept it going. And I hope that you are as excited as I am about 2015. And when we come back, we're going to talk about just what that 2015 outlook looks like. And I know that 2014 was a good year here at ACDC, but 2015 is going to be great.
All right, thank you.
To hear a live broadcast of Inside Avondale online, visit InsideAvondale.com. To have your video considered for broadcast on Inside Avondale TV, use the hashtag #InsideAvondale. Follow Inside Avondale on Twitter. Follow Inside Avondale on Instagram. Like Inside Avondale on Facebook. And please subscribe to Inside Avondale on YouTube. Special thanks to our partners, Avondale Community Council, Avondale Youth Council, Avondale Community Police Partnering Center, Avondale Concerned Clergy, Avondale Running Club, Boys and Girls Club of Greater Cincinnati, Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center, Cincinnati Public Schools, City of Cincinnati, the Community Builders, Inc., Community Building Institute, Coreyville Community Development Corporation, Every Child Succeeds, Gabriel's Place, Hearst Recreation Center, the Home Ownership Center, Local Initiative Support Corporation, Place Matters, Project Nehemiah Ceasefire, Urban League of Greater Southwest Ohio, University of Cincinnati, and Uptown Consortium. Inside Avondale TV and radio broadcast is brought to you by the Avondale Comprehensive Development Corporation, created by Ozie Davis III, produced by Albright Integrated Management.
Let me tell you who to blame. Blame the boy lying at your feet, his body oozing life through the hole in his stomach where the bullet tore him apart. Blame him for challenging you, for not looking away and for not backing down when you pulled out the gun. Blame your mother for bringing you into this world when she was but a kid herself and for dragging you up, not bringing you up. Blame society for not giving you hope. Blame your father for not being there, the man who looked after himself instead of looking after you. Blame the gun in your hand for making you a target, for making you more likely to be picked on. Blame the dead boy, blame your mother, blame society, blame your father, blame the gun, blame anyone but yourself for not being strong enough to put down the gun, to break the cycle.